Oh, it's going to be a good episode. I can feel it. What's up, everybody? It's the Rob from Kiss 106 here with my tag team partner in podcasting, the Mean Dean himself, Jerry Valeri. Good morning, Jer.
Good morning, Rob. I don't know what you titled this episode, but I'm hoping you titled it something like Becky Lynch and Charlotte make out for a while and do butt stuff. Like,
I probably should.
Well, that's what I want. Just start making up titles.
We're over 31,000 views on our nip slip episode.
31,000. Just type Lana shows her vag and just see what happens.
Yeah, might as well give it a shot.
Or just get weird. You know, Sonya Deville colonoscopy footage.
I'll tell you, some of the camera angles they take, especially during Ronda Rousey matches, I feel like it might actually qualify. Yeah, it's called camel vision. They've got the camel camera, and they get right in there. And Ronda, man, she's wearing a second skin. Ronda's not much different. What?
That's what it looks like.
Not touching it. Not touching it.
No, I wouldn't touch it either.
All right. Did you see the Mandy Rose Shawn Michaels pictures I shared to post?
Yeah, do you see what I wrote about it? I said, that makes me want to super kick a side of beef through the barbershop window.
I didn't see that, no. Hey, listen. Look, I hate to say I told you so, but at the start of the show, was everyone watching not saying Rob told us so?
Are we sure?
No, but I told you so. I mean,
maybe, and you're not happy about it,
hey,
are you?
No,
you want that one-on-one.
Absolutely want it to be a one-on-one. Now, okay, maybe they need something because there are still 2 pay-per-views before WrestleMania. I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that that's what this is all about. Charlotte and Becky, Elimination Chamber or Fastlane or Roadblock or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm really worried that it's turning into a WrestleMania 3-way.
Well, that's what it looks like, but I also think they're just trying to keep Becky on SmackDown for a little bit longer and maybe keep her on both shows. So I'm hoping and staying positive about this that they're eventually going to give us the one-on-ones.
I'm not positive the plan is anytime before WrestleMania to move her over, but I could be wrong.
We'll see.
Is any wrestler in the company more over than Becky right now? Asking in all honesty.
I do not believe so. I think she is the biggest on both shows, on both brands, all 3 brands. If you count NXT, she is over. I hope there's not like an over backlash that tends to happen. Like we've seen it happen before. I think it's happening with Braun. Like, so these little missteps will accumulate and
happen with Rousey.
It happened with Rousey for sure. But everybody is just on board with Becky Lynch. I hope WWE, and it looks like the WWE is going to do the right thing. And they keep putting her in prominent spots. I mean, she opened the show. That punch on Charlotte was great.
I mean, I'm surprised that when she left the arena, because she opted to not get checked out by staff and I'm surprised it wasn't a Stone Cold monster truck. You know what I mean? Like, it's just her rise is so reminiscent of Steve Austin's.
And you're absolutely right. If she comes in and starts spraying beer all over everybody,
that's what I'm suspecting. We're going to see just a beer bath with Ronda Rousey and Stephanie McMahon or whatever.
But it's so organic and it's so natural, and I'm really interested. Like when she and Charlotte were fighting outside the ring, and she's jumping on Charlotte, and they're punching each other, and I was in, and not once do I think like, oh, this is a women's segment. I'm like, no, this is a WWE superstar segment, and this is what I want.
Did you see how hard she clocked Charlotte last night?
That was
I rewound
a potato. It was a potato.
I rewound it to just watch that one again.
You could hear it.
Yeah. Yeah, you could.
Yeah. Pow.
But I want to take a line from Mike on the post show. I forget if it was yesterday. I think it was yesterday's episode. Mike said, if it's Ronda versus Becky, I want it to be the main event. If it's Ronda versus Becky versus Charlotte, I have no interest.
I don't think I'm going to say I have no interest.
My interest greatly falls.
It does. It absolutely does. I think they're thinking more is better. You know, why not put 3 female superstars in the Headline Mania?
Damn, pal. What's better than 2 going at it? We could have a fatal 3-way.
Yeah, let's add another one in there. Make it a 4-way.
Make it a fatal something, a fatal 5-way.
It's a fatal threesome. It's a fatal 12-way. In a chamber with a table.
So I really just want this to stay 1-on-1 at WrestleMania. Do whatever you want to before it. Just don't screw with this one.
Do they think, and this is all speculation here, this is arbitrary, but I'm curious. What do you feel? Do you think that if they're leaning towards a triple threat, it's because they don't have faith in Ronda? Do you think that Ronda shook the back a little bit with the way she broke down on Monday night?
A little bit, but so that part, yes, but your first question, no. I think crowbarring Charlotte in is because this is the spot they had for Charlotte since they signed Ronda Rousey. And they feel like maybe there's not another place for Charlotte, or that they want. I think that they still really believe in Charlotte, probably more so than Becky, but that Becky's so hot right now that they can't screw this up.
You can't screw this up. And you know, if you're writing, and they always say you don't write for this Mania, you write for the next Mania, you're always writing way ahead. If Ronda Rousey rumors are true and she's kind of done, you have Charlotte, Asuka 2, you have Becky, Ronda Rousey, and then you build to Becky and Charlotte at the next Mania, which would be absolutely gigantic.
Yeah, keep them apart for as long as you can. I mean, maybe it's not even WrestleMania, but yeah, you have that build, and I agree. Yeah, that's something that could be really special, but I'm not positive they're looking at it like that. Now,
Becky Lynch, you're right though. Becky Lynch is the biggest on both shows. At
both genders.
Yeah.
I can't remember a time a woman has ever been over like this.
The only problem she's going to run into is, they say
it's not just getting there, but maintaining.
It's not even that. You have to have a good villain. You have to have someone to play off of, and the talent pool as far as legitimate contenders for Becky it's not as deep as the men have. Men, you could have a bunch of different feuds, and they could all lend credibility to the champion. With Becky, here we go. Let's name some of the ones that you think will be good. We've got Charlotte, you've got Asuka, Ronda.
Well, I assume
and then who? Ruby Riott? I mean, we're not even there yet.
If she beats Ronda, though, I assume she'll be on Raw because she'll be the Raw Women's Champion.
Sure. And then who's she going to... I mean, Alexa Bliss, maybe? I don't know.
Jax, Sasha Banks, Bayley.
And how's that helping Ronda? Because those have been crap feuds for her.
Well, Ronda is probably going to be going away.
I keep seeing that, too. Did you see yesterday the WWE made... boy, you heard it here first, kids. Rob mentioned Dean Ambrose, and then the WWE goes ahead and says, well, since Rob spoiled it, we might as well post it on the website. And so, hey, I mean,
kid had 31,000 views the day before. Might as well get the word out.
Get the word out. Dean Ambrose he's not interested in renegotiating. He's not interested in signing with the WWE. And I don't know. I feel like that AEW, here he comes, but who knows?
Okay. So the way I feel about this is, if it's true, I'm a little bummed, but not greatly bummed. I like Dean Ambrose. I don't love Dean Ambrose. I also am getting the feeling this is a red herring.
You think it's a work?
A little bit. When do you ever see WWE comment on this stuff?
You're right. Sometimes they have, though. It depends. If I see them talking about this on TV and addressing it on WWE TV with Dean Ambrose, the work flag is going up. It's work. But if they just take him off of TV now, if this is it, we don't see him again for I feel like it's legit.
It might be. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying I'm smelling a fish. A red herring. When have you ever once seen WWE comment on saying somebody's about to leave?
I'm smelling a fish.
Right.
And it's not another wardrobe malfunction for Sasha Banks.
So SmackDown stuff happened, stuff to talk about.
I liked SmackDown more than Raw. I'll say it. I thought it was a better show than Raw.
I'm sticking with Raw, but SmackDown was good.
SmackDown was very good. I'll let you lead where we go. I have something for just about everything that happened.
All right, well, let's go chronologically. What happened? What happened after? So we started with the top. Hold on, I've got stuff here. What do we have?
R-Truth, was that next?
Yeah. What about R-Truth?
How about it? What's up?
It almost seemed like an unplanned title change at first, a little bit, but then it solidified that it was a work. But who would have thought we'd have a R-Truth title run?
47 years old, looking great. I think he's underrated for sure as far as entertainment value goes on those shows. He's always fun in small doses. It's not like they're using the U.S. Championship right now for anything serious. Give it to R-Truth a little bit. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, it does seem a little strange that he's I guess my biggest question would be, why change it at the Rumble when you know you're going to change it on Tuesday? I think the answer is because they didn't know they were going to change it on Tuesday.
So why do you think they changed it on Tuesday?
I don't know. I don't know where they're going with this. I don't see it being a very long run.
They turned to Rusev last night, which I thought was an interesting move.
Help me out. What do you mean by that?
Well, so R-Truth wins against Shinsuke, and then Rusev comes out and says that he doesn't deserve it. He should get the shot. And then R-Truth beat Rusev back to back. He walked right through those two. And then Rusev left R-Truth laying. And then Gallows and Anderson told Rusev that was crappy and he shouldn't have done that. And he made fun of them a little bit. And then he teamed up with Shinsuke Nakamura. I don't know. The crowd likes R-Truth. When you beat up R-Truth, you're not going to get. That's a heel turn.
I guess I never had him as a babyface before that, but I guess you're right. He probably was.
I mean, coming out and dance breaks and jokes and.
No, I mean Rusev.
Oh, I kind of had him as a babyface. I mean, after the stuff with Aiden English and then Shinsuke and all the Rusev Day stuff, and I think they tried to do it as a face. I think he's a better heel, but I think everybody's a better heel.
He's a heel.
He's a heel.
I mean, not everybody. There's some people who are way better as a babyface.
Being a babyface is, I think, the hardest.
I don't know about harder.
I think it's hard. I think it would be hard. It'd be so much easier to just come out and make everybody hate you. I think I'm a natural heel. I think that's what it is, though.
Well, I think so about myself that way. My understanding is I think that they look at it as it's easier to be a baby face, which is why that's usually the way people come in, especially if they're inexperienced or whatever. That's why the heels call the match. That's why usually the more experienced guy portrays the heel, but not always. It's not always that cut and dry.
The heel calls the match unless it's John Cena, and he's calling the match, and he's calling it so loud that everybody can hear it.
Well, I mean, the big spots or whatever, the heels usually are responsible for getting the heat, so to speak.
Yep.
I noticed that. Okay, what'd you think of Shane McMahon bringing out Miz's dad?
They're telling a story, and it's an interesting story, if not a great one. And I know where they're going, so it kind of takes a lot of the fuzz out of it for me. But they're telling a story, and Miz is over as a face right now, and it's getting Miz TV time, and I'm okay with it.
Look, one thing could have fixed this for me. You're talking about, I think you even may have used this as an example in yesterday's episode. If you didn't, whatever. But one place they could have really trimmed time at the Royal Rumble was the Miz Shane McMahon match.
We didn't need them mugging at the end with Miz's dad for sure.
So if we're doing this on Tuesday, why are they even acknowledging Miz's dad at all on Sunday?
I know.
It would have been much more special had we not just seen him 2 days prior.
I don't know what they were doing at the Rumble. It was like they were just trying to fill time.
I know. It's like can we get this to midnight? Can we keep these idiots who are already paying for our service past midnight? I have to think they must have heard that every negative thing I'm seeing about it was how long it was. Please, I want them to get the message.
It was really everybody's complaint. And one of the only, I mean, you're going to have people complain about little things all the time. It's wrestling. No one's ever going to be happy. You can't make everybody happy in a wrestling show. But when you make everybody unhappy about a particular thing, it's time to listen.
Especially when you tell us we're listening to you. We don't want these shows this long. Nobody's wanting that.
Right.
I also noticed before we get to the main event segment, well, there's a few more things I guess we can get to because it looks like they're giving us a little something with Andrade and Mysterio.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too, because this is a feud I want to be a real thing. And I need, I'm sorry. Are you okay over there?
Yeah, I got a call from the school. And so before I start echoing, I wanted to fix it.
Great. Thanks. Your kids, all our schools are closed today?
So all the schools in the area except my kid's school closed today. Our kids had school because it wasn't quite cold enough, but now there's going to be an early dismissal because the temp dropped. So now it's like minus 15 outside. I
got a text from Steve. Steve said Rhonda stayed through. Okay, he haven't stated. Rhonda stated through TMZ that her contract runs through April of 2021. But my understanding is she might have a special contract where she can take a year off. I'm not positive how it's going to work. And this could also be a work. I don't exactly know.
I wonder if they gave her the opt-out or if WWE has an opt-out.
I don't think WWE wants to opt out. I don't think that they're upset with Rousey.
No, why would they be? She's bringing them everything they wanted.
Okay, so we're talking about Andrade and Mysterio. I would love these guys to have a feud. I don't care if they feud all year long. It just can't be a match every single time we see them.
No, it can't. And what they did last night I thought was great. You know, Ray comes out, Zelina distracts him, and Andrade smacks him around and then tries to do the Three Amigos, doing a little Eddie Guerrero mockery. I thought, okay, let's make this personal. This is good. And I love seeing Andrade do some stuff. He's very good, and I'm glad that they're giving him a role. What do they call him? El Dorado or whatever?
Andrade Cien Almas?
No, but there's another name they always use for him, like the El Dorito or something.
I don't know anything besides Andrade.
El Dorito. Corey Graves says it all the time. All the time. Man, now I have to look.
Yeah, now I'm curious. I wonder if it will ring a bell when you say. I mean, I'm always watching or at the very least listening.
So they took away his names, but there's still a nickname that Graves use all the time.
Can anyone watching help me with this?
I'm looking. I think I'm close to finding it. El Idolo.
Oh, I must have missed that.
El Idolo.
The Idol? Is that what that is?
I don't know. El Idolo. But Graves says it a bunch talking about Andrade.
Anybody? I'll give it a few minutes for people to catch up because I know some people start from the beginning or whatever, but that sounds like it might be Spanish for idol.
I don't know.
How's it spelled?
L and then Idolo.
It's got to be idol.
Yep.
It's got to be. Okay. And then
you talking, I'll Google Translate.
It's idol with an O on the end.
You don't know it.
Benny's saying it means the idol.
It's the idol.
It's literally the easiest translation you could possibly do, and you're running it through Google Translate.
I ran it through. I had to fact check. We don't give fake news on this show.
No, we don't. We pride. Thank you, Benny, for the assist there too. Okay, and then so that's hopefully going somewhere. Yeah, I liked how it got a little personal. This Mandy Rose, pal. I don't know why she's working for me the way she is, but
because she's hot as hell.
You know, I think you figured it out.
I think we're on to something.
I think we may have figured this one out. She's going to be in the chamber with Sonya Deville as her tag team partner.
Mm-hmm. They'll be okay. So Sonya Deville's coming along too for me a little bit.
Is she?
Yeah. I mean, she's not as ugly as she was.
Oh, you're talking physically?
Yeah.
Physically, she's never going to really do it for me, but in the ring, she's also not. I don't think she's coming along very well.
They're not going to win the Elimination Chamber. I'm telling you, Sasha and Bayley are going to win. I've locked in.
Oh, I want to see who's in there before I lock in.
Locking in on those two.
There was a fatal four-way, at least this one was elimination style, to figure out who will be the #1 contender for.
I like Heavy Machinery, man.
I'm with you. That was my takeaway too, is I like Heavy Machinery, and I was pulling for them, but of course they did not win. We're going to see, I guess, the Usos taking on Miz and Shane.
Okay. I think Miz and Shane versus Heavy Machinery would have been fun, but I want Heavy Machinery to get pushed before I get sick and tired of Heavy Machinery.
Yeah, right.
Because I think that could happen.
That could definitely happen, but so far it seems like it's okay. I need these guys they need to wind up on a show, don't they?
I wonder if this is them kind of testing the waters, you know, with you've got people just kind of going on whatever shows they want to go on. And
yeah, I would love to see the brand extension stop. And I've been hearing whisperings of that again, but I don't believe it right now.
So after this, there are two more things to talk about.
All right, go ahead.
Well, there's the big thing that happened at the end, and we can get to that. But I'm very disappointed. I waited until after Raw, and then I waited until after SmackDown. I thought, the guys from NXT that they put in the Rumble, the surprise Rumble entrance, at least one of them was a call-up, right? Wrong.
Yeah, I didn't take that away. There was no real clarity there, which is also annoying.
It's annoying. And I thought maybe Aleister Black. I didn't think Johnny Gargano, but I thought maybe Aleister Black, that's his call-up moment, and here we go. He's going to be on a show. And then we just went Monday and Tuesday like he never even happened. And that's annoying to me.
Agreed.
I'm annoyed by it. I am excited about Halftime Heat, though. Super Bowl coming up, and we're going to have that NXT featured on the network for Halftime Heat.
I like that they kept the name. I like that it's happening. I won't be able to watch it that night just because with my job, I need to be aware of what Maroon 5 is doing. Exactly.
I'm going to watch the Maroon 5. My family does not want to turn over to wrestling.
Yeah, but I do think it's cool, and I'm assuming I can watch it at a later time, and that's what I will choose to do. And if they want to bring this back every year, cool.
I'm in. Give it, you know. Although in true WWE fashion, the Halftime Heat show will go until midnight.
It will go until the fourth quarter.
We're like, what in the hell? This thing didn't end until the fourth quarter.
They promise you it will be over by the time the third quarter starts. And here we are after the Super Bowl. It's still going. I
was really sick and tired of that Halftime Heat kickoff show that went the whole way through the second quarter. Like, that was the worst.
The first Halftime Heat was so much fun.
It was great, and what a brilliant idea. And hearing Bruce Pritchard talk about why they decided the empty arena match, and that was a corny idea, because then they wouldn't have any leaks. They could pre-tape it, they could get it perfect, and nobody would spoil it. It was a great match. Yeah,
that match was a lot of fun. And I'm totally cool with this idea coming back. The network is a perfect venue for it. I'm totally cool. I think NXT guys are a good choice. So yeah, I like it.
You have a network. This is what you should do on your network.
Well, and they're also doing something else this weekend, some sort of tournament with like the unsigned guys.
I didn't see that.
No, there's like a tournament or something this weekend with like guys from 205, NXT, and NXT UK.
Oh, I did see that. And then whoever wins, it's a battle royal, and whoever wins it is going to get to pick whatever championship they want to go after.
Oh, it's a battle royal?
I think.
I thought it was like a long kind of thing.
I don't know. I don't think.
Yeah, if you want to, I'm curious. Or hey, anyone watching? Anyone know what the deal is with this weekend on the network? What's the plan with this 205 NXT UK thing? Anyone know what the word is on that? I forget the name of it. It had a name.
We speak your name, or we would if we could. I can't find it. I don't know.
Until then, let's talk about the new WWE Championship title belt.
I want one of those now too.
Well, dude, I am sorry that did not exist before my wedding.
I love the belt. I love it. I think it's perfect for Daniel Bryan. I love the belt. I hated the spinner belt. I love this belt.
Agreed. I think the promo was perfect. I thought the tone was perfect. I loved the Daisy chants. I loved the just the whole thing. The whole thing. I'm so in on the way they did that.
Now they're going to have them defend it against 5 very tough competitors in the Elimination Chamber, and I'm afraid they're going to take the belt away from him, but I hope they don't. I hope now that he has this new belt, I want Daniel Bryan to carry this belt around for a while.
Oh, so you think he's going to lose it at Elimination Chamber?
I don't necessarily think he's going to lose, but it's easier to take a championship away and still protect him in a match like the Elimination Chamber.
Oh, sure. But that's a beautiful belt, man. I can smell that belt.
That belt is great. That belt smells like patchouli and Birkenstocks.
So yeah, I thought that was just so much fun. I love the way they did that.
So. And I liked Rowan being the muscle. Rowan just carrying the bag, carrying the bag.
I'll tell you, you see them next to each other. Rowan is twice the size of Daniel Bryan.
When Bryan was standing on the table at the end of the show, he was only a head taller than Rowan, and he was standing on a table. It's like when my kid is climbing on the furniture, and he's still barely taller than me.
So yeah, I thought it was a really strong week of wrestling, and the only thing that was kind of the low point of the weekend, honestly, was the Royal Rumble. Of the week. Raw and SmackDown, good shows. NXT, good show. Royal Rumble seems to be the only thing that people didn't like.
And the length.
Well, really, that was it. Yeah, the length.
Yeah, that's really it. I've got 3 birthdays for us to go out on if you'd like, and they're pretty big ones. Sounds like
a perfect idea. Today is January 30th. What wrestlers are celebrating birthdays?
Born on this day in 1966, Giant Gonzalez.
Perfect.
Born on this day in 1983, Superstar Potato Drake Maverick.
Superstar Potato himself.
And born on this day in 1987, a very happy birthday to the man, Becky Lynch.
Happy birthday, Becky Lynch. You're sitting on top of the wrestling world. We speak your name. We'll be back on Tuesday with another episode of Post to Post.
Now get them nips out.
Jerry Valeri nip slip.